So watch this. We throw the cam in. He got cooked. Oh my god. He got cooked. Oh man. So I had 2 rounds in Valorant that I want to go through and talk about and break down. The first thing we're going to be focusing on is plant spots. And the second thing we're going to be focusing on is how you can take Valorant as a round by round game. So at the start of the round, my Phoenix ults and starts to take A site. So you'll see he actually comes out to back site and does a really good job of scaling. And you can see how much space he took with that ult and how much space my Reyna took. Now I'm coming third out here, which I think people don't realize enough that it doesn't matter what agent you're playing. You should be coming out when your duelists are coming out. Otherwise, they're creating space for no reason. How I'm going to capitalize off of that space is talking about plant spots. The plant spot you want to aim for, at least on this map, is where I planted in this clip. You'll see I start running and taking the space that my duelist took. Now, I did end up caging myself just in case the mixed smokes were going to come down. I ended up getting hit with that Gecko ult as you see there, and I pathed towards my Reyna who could help me. Now we were in KJ ult, so I figured I'm kind of dead here. Let me just get my kill, which I killed KJ there. Jet trades me. So they dropped Fatal. They all fled backside. Now they're fighting for the space. Now because of this plant spot, you can see I had 2 people long that were able to fight from long. And then my Reyna is coming here. The other 3 are stacked towards A main. This plant spot's really good because the 2 people fighting long are able to fight together. And as long as we can stop the plant, my Reyna always has a play after Phoenix's wall drops. So Reyna picks up the kill on Reyna. My mix gets traded out. They tap bomb. And then we have this epic 1v1, which my Reyna played this very well. But he does have leverage on this bomb plant. You see where Clove is standing? Clove really has no cover. And why I think this plant spot is so important is just that, cover. Look at, if you wanted to fight from CT, you have the cover from the walls. If you wanted to fight from short, you have the cover from the boxes. If you wanted to fight from long, you can actually fight from bricks over there on long. So you have cover and the enemy has no cover. They have nowhere to hide, nowhere to quickly run to. If you have a flash agent, you can punish them because they're in a flash zone. This is just ultimately a really strong plant spot. There are other great plant spots on other maps. If you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. Let's go ahead and rock to the second clip. Okay, this is the second clip. I don't think I was able to see the buy screen because we're in the replay system, but I ended up buying 2 trips and I bought 2 cages. So let's talk about something. So this round is the round after we lost pistol. Okay, there's a few things I want to focus on. Now, the first thing I want you guys to focus on is my trip placement. Now, for people who don't know, in case you're not familiar with Cypher, these are really low trips. This is not normal. The trips are normally supposed to be around crouched eye level so that you can't jump over them and you can't crouch under them. These ones, obviously, you can just jump over them. But the reason why I put them low is because I was reading that they would come to C. And given that they might come to C, I didn't want the drone to see the trips, to see where they are. And this Sova was also not doing a good job of using his util on defense. I didn't have very much faith that he was going to shock dart my trips. I actually don't remember if he shock darted them or not. I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's why I put the trips low. Why I put 2 cages here is to literally keep myself alive as long as possible while they're hitting sight. Because if your duelists are coming in and clearing sight and you have somebody just sitting in this cage, Your duelist cannot enter and completely turn their back like this to watch the cage. They can't even sit here and just watch the cage because they might get pressed from garage or CT. Let's see how the round went. Okay, so we've seen that there were 5 coming out. They ended up throwing Gecko Flash and Fade Eye. Now, realistically, I should have shot the Fade Eye. I just thought myself was going to shoot it because he had his pistol out and I was on my cam. So, yeah, he didn't end up shooting that. But because we had the cages, from the time that I was scanned and revealed, the Jet didn't capitalize off of killing me. He chose to updraft and dash. And that updraft movement actually stopped him from being able to just shoot me there. Because he could have just dashed forward and killed me, but he didn't. So I'm going to capitalize off that mistake. The cage is here to keep me alive. Let's watch it. Okay, they are coming out. I pop a second cage, and I'm just taking my time. Now, you can see my Phoenix is out fighting default. What I'm looking at right now is my map. So I seen off of my map that Jet killed my Sova in backside. So I know where he is. And then I see my Phoenix sees one near me on default. So I know where he is. I figured the other 2 were going to be to my right. I didn't know they were still in main. But what I did was I took a timing to drop off of the platform and to fight with my Phoenix. Because right now we are in a 5v3 situation. I just want to try to get some kills with him. So let's watch how that goes. I come out with the classic, trade my Phoenix, kill those 2, kill that guy. And then the last player, I didn't know where he was, but I did something really important here that not enough Sentinels do, and that's moving your util. Now, obviously, with certain Sentinels, you can't move your util, like Chamber Trip or KJ's util, for example. A lot of those have cooldowns to reuse them. Cypher's doesn't, actually. So there's a lot of times mid-round or even during the end of the round, you can pick your trips up and move them. I know this guy's not going to come from long, and my Reyna has my backside. So my trip sitting there on default is actually completely useless. These little micro decisions are what change you as a specialist on the agent you choose to play. So I picked that trip up and I actually replace it here. Now, the good thing is I now don't have to cover that area theoretically, right? I don't have to cover that area. The second thing is, if he shoots the trip, I now know where he is. So that trip really acted as like a cam or something. Like it just tells you somebody's in an area that they weren't. So let's see what happens. Right here while reloading, I actually seen him on the map. I don't know how. I don't know. Somehow I seen him. It was like a question mark. So I relayed that information to my Reyna and I said garage, garage, garage. So you'll see him. I ended up just swinging him and killing him. But yeah, I thought that those 2 rounds were really cool. And I just wanted to talk about how you can take one round, and rounds that seem not winnable can easily become winnable if you just have a plan beforehand and you just adapt in the current situation. Just as an extra added clip, I wanted to put this in here because I really destroyed this KJ. And I wanted you guys to know how some ways that I use my Cypher util. Aside from picking up trips, this is another way that I use my cam just for anybody who likes to play Cypher. So we ended up killing this Jet backside. I expected one to be in garage. Didn't know if they were or weren't, but I got the tag here with the ult. So watch this. We throw the cam in. He got cooked. Oh my god. He got cooked. Oh man.